All right. So what I did actually worked, but it didn't really demonstrate the point of what I'm changing here. So we are back for round 2. And this is an adjustment to my downtown strat.
These guys aren't doing well in
It's a
or
very small change. There's also a irrelevant change I'll show you here. Grab the Molotov, craft a Molotov, and grab the med kit, craft a Molotov. So in my prior tutorial video, I grabbed the med kit later. There's no need to do that, so you might as well pick it up there and craft yourself a Molotov.
over there. There's him.
So the change, and I was testing this earlier today, the change that I've made is I never used to use a shiv on anything in Grounded. It was all for doors. However, except we're excluding the partial shiv you get in Tommy's Den. Sometimes I would use that in the tunnel. But we are going to shiv the very first clicker here. Spam triangle as you approach. And the point of doing so
Not bad.
is it makes getting the runner over there, grabbing the note, and like the initial part of the strategy becomes a lot easier because you can no longer be spotted by the clicker. And we can get away with that because I can afford to use one shiv that I wasn't using prior to Billstown. If you remember how Billstown worked, when I would go to do the shiv trick, yeah, just trust me, the math works out where I can use one. Because you need 2 shivs going into Billstown. You can't craft a shiv to get the 2 doors within Billstown, so you have to have 2 shivs going in. And you will have 2 shivs going, going into Billstown using the shiv there. That is what I discovered. Now, I tried to see if I could get away with using another one, and you can't. The other clicker I would like to shiv is the one in the museum, but you can't afford to do that. Then you only have 1 shiv in Billstown. And you want both shiv doors in Billstown. But yeah. So it just makes the very beginning of this much, much easier because the clicker can't spot you killing the runner, and he can't spot you coming out of the room. The store, I guess, technically. The rest of this is exactly the same. And we'll complete it so you can see it, but in my earlier attempt, I got spotted and had to run around. It still worked, but it kind of defeated the point of showing you the change, so. And that was me getting preoccupied with talking as opposed to paying attention to what I was doing. So, because of killing the clicker, this is just ever so slightly faster. We're not concerned with speed, but if you're wondering, it's just a tiny bit faster. And it's a tiny bit because the second clicker, it doesn't change his rotation at all, and you still have to wait for him, so. But yeah, it just makes your life easier. In my opinion. So if you're wondering, okay, how do we have, right now you have 2 shivs and you're going to use one in the museum. How do we have 2 going to Billstown? You get enough materials to craft another one, and that's where the second shiv comes from. You're going to craft it. So the primary difference is I craft a shiv just prior to the wharf. Then I use the shiv you just saw on the clicker, and then I'll craft another shiv when I'm able. I believe it's in the museum, I want to say. And then you just proceed as normal. Oops, actually I was trying to hop that. And yeah, so it's a small change. Like I said, I think it makes the strategy easier. And the point of the strategy, of course, is to get the parts in the safe. That's why we do all this moving about. Otherwise, you would just do the speedrun strat and just walk right through. But we want the parts. Oh, he's not there. Okay. You always got to look to the left. The clicker's there. You wait for him to roar. And if he's not, you just go straight through. See how the throw goes. Okay. Looks good. If you get spotted there, you're best off to run around, drag all the clickers away from the ladder, and then just run back and go up. Because by that time, these 2 chuckleheads will have gone up. But we didn't get spotted. So that's all there is to it. I realized that the main thing was right at the beginning. But yeah, so craft a shiv before the wharf.
Everyone okay?
Shiv that clicker. Make sure to grab the free shiv in the drawer. And then up ahead here, I believe, let's see, let's take a look. You're going to get a quarter blade in the museum. Craft yourself another shiv. You'll use one for the door, and then you'll have 2 left for Bill's Town that you use on the shiv doors. And then the shiv trick, when you get the modded melee, will get you the rest of the shivs you need. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll catch you.